Hello everyone and welcome back to Planet Zoo, where we are sitting here with our Dall sheep who are living in a little bit of a bad enclosure. But it is completely, well, enclosed. And it's time to put down some foliage for these guys. Well, females, actually. We don't have a single guy as it stands right now. So I suppose maybe we should look and see if we can find a good male. I think it was only one that could, you know, be here. We also have one good female, at least, that we have adopted. So there we go. And we have a friendly little face to say hello to over here. Now let's see. If we go into animal trading, animal storage, we actually have 3. Apparently I have adopted one behind the scenes. So there we go. They're gonna go into quarantine, and otherwise we're just gonna see if we can, well, maybe patch up this little hole of rocks up here. Biome, we are in a tundra, of course. All Christmas long. So we're gonna see if we can patch up this hole with some big pretty rocks. Some pretty big rocks, you could also say. There we go. Maybe a little bit of a flat rock over here. I think that would be nice for the sheep, the Dall sheep. So there we go. I actually don't know a lot about Dall sheep. I barely even knew they existed, so you know, that's how much how far my what should you call it, information goes. Knowledge, I suppose. There we go. We've kind of patched that up. Did you just jump? It sure looked like it. Now let's see. Right, another thing. You guys might notice it is spring. It looks like it is spring here in our tundra, so that's kind of funny. We don't actually have any snow. Hopefully it snows on Christmas. Wouldn't you guys agree? So I'm gonna filter it. Yeah, still by biome, yeah. Some have left a quarantine. I'm actually gonna do this and this just to get a little bit of extra trees. Oh goodness gracious. Okay, so they have some big trees. There you go. They actually have some really big trees that we can kind of scatter around. Like so. It's actually pretty cool trees here, in my opinion. Some pretty cool trees they have here. And then we can put another giant one right there. No, we can't, because that is too much for them. So let's just have it like this, with the foliage. Well, not with the foliage, but with the trees. And then we'll see if we can maybe put down a couple spruce trees. There we go. I think I'm gonna put down this one instead. And now, for the actual, like, foliage bit, we're gonna put down a bunch of flowers, it seems. Well, this one was pretty good. Seems it's basically the same sort of objects as our foxes have, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we do only have tundra animals here, so it would make sense. And apparently, speaking of our foxes, it seems like they are having offspring again. So that's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to sell some of them soon enough. I didn't mean to actually look at it. There's also like autumn leaves you can scatter around, maybe on some of these rocks. Although we don't really have any leafy trees here. They're all coniferous and evergreens. So I don't think that's really the problem. These flowers are pretty neat. Again, I don't have the flashlight. I don't remember how to put down the flashlight. But I'm sure this is fine. There we go. And maybe we can get a little bit more of these flowers. They're actually pretty big and pretty. Pretty. There we go. So, I don't know if you guys remember the animals we have here. Well, that we're going to have here. But I do wonder what kind of animal would be your favorite to see? Which one is are you more excited to see? Maybe the wolves. Maybe you're more of a cat person and want to see the lynx. I don't know. I'm interested in hearing you guys' opinion on that. Sort of what correlates more with you. This tree is not right. Down in the ground you go. There we go. And we will put even more bushes. Bushes all around. I think that's a pretty good step, I think. And now let's actually terrain paint this a little bit. So we do have... Let's see, they don't mind any grass, any sort of grass at all. But we're gonna make it a little bit shorter up here. Every now and then a little bit longer again. They don't really mind soil. We're gonna soil it up a little bit here. Like so. And then put a little bit more grass. And yeah, that's about it. We could actually make this area more rocky. Have it be a little bit more, yeah. So it fits a little bit more into the terrain. And then of course grass again up here. Even some long grass maybe. As well as a little bit of grass, like so. Honestly, I think that might be our Dall sheep enclosure. It looks a little bit bland. I'm not very good at like actually making them be interesting. Like I have seen some incredible enclosures out there. It's honestly completely ridiculous. And now the tickets are underpriced again. These tickets. This is ridiculous. And our other Dall sheep are ready to move into the enclosure. They have all passed the quarantine. So there we go. Another thing I actually wanted to do was... Oh yeah, here he is, our mechanic. I wanted to put him on a little bit of mechanical research, specifically the Arctic theme. So we can actually get some buildings more permanently in here. And our vet can research the Dall sheep. There we go. I don't know if we actually have any enrichment items for them. Species, it is a Dall sheep. There they are. We have food and water, heaters and coolers, but no enrichment. Unfortunately. And up here might actually be a good place to put a little bit of well, this ground was a lot more uneven than I thought it was. What if I This is more troublesome than I thought. Here we can put one. Okay, we'll put one there. And another one. Actually, let's put a bigger one up here. Let's put one right there, like that. And then another one smaller this time, down there. So they have a little place to kind of relax and stuff like that. Maybe even a big one. Not a big one, apparently. That's too much. But, yeah, no, I think this place over here is enough. So here we have our new Dall sheep. Well, one of them at least. Here comes another one. Is this the male? It is. It is. Okay, so here is our male. You can see that on the big horns. Jason. Again, if you guys have any name suggestions for any of the animals, here we can look at all the animals again. But in the tundra we have all of these animals except for the Himalayan brown bear and the red-crowned crane. So if you guys have any suggestions for any of these animals, be sure to put them down in the comments below, and I will see that we use them. And then you guys can kind of have your own animal. You can think of it kind of like the adoption animal, adopt an animal thing going around. So like you adopt a shark, which basically just means you get like get to see their tracking and stuff. And then the people researching the shark are actually getting money that they can use for a little bit of research, which will eventually make life better for the shark and other animals. But yeah, the sharks in general, which is pretty cool, and it's a fun way of you know, in putting the well, yeah, it's a new way to donate, basically. It's pretty cool. Here is a rock that is just not at all covered. That's my bad. There we go. Oops, it disappeared. Let's duplicate it again. Put it down there and scoot it a little bit forward. Scoot it a little bit that way and a little bit up. There we go, something like that. That looks relatively okay. So there we go. The Dall sheep have their enclosure. It's a little bit empty, but oh well. There's only so much I can do. And let's see what our next animal is gonna be, eh? So we have a lot of options, actually. I really like the lynx, but so far we've only done least concern animals. I don't actually know if there's any animals on here that aren't. Well, the polar bears are vulnerable for obvious reasons, as well as the reindeer, but we don't actually have any too endangered animals right here, which in one way is actually pretty good. On the other hand, we unfortunately don't learn that much about the actually endangered animals. But let's see if we can find maybe a tiny one to put here. That could be kind of cute. So let's see. Arctic foxes, we have those. We can actually look at the here. So the land requirement. Eurasian fox, or Eurasian lynx. It doesn't need that much space. Grey seals definitely don't, but they need a lot of water, so. Bears need a lot. King penguins need like nothing, but we won't put them here in the front. Red foxes actually need next to nothing. But we're still a little bit unsure if we're even having those. Seems like the reindeer might actually be the ones with the least area required, but I don't want to put them in a small exhibit. So Eurasian lynx it is. After, of course, we have... I didn't forget at all about the donation boxes and such. Definitely not me, no. We need actual, you know, money and stuff to... Well, the only place we can put one is up there, so... Apparently this exhibit will not give us too much, because, well... We don't have anywhere to put this. Down here where they are actually looking at them. So let's see if we can get some enrichment stuff up here instead. How is our enrichment going? Our vet is slowly but surely researching. Let's actually upgrade or improve them a little bit. Our mechanic as well. And our educator, because education is very important. But there we go, and next time it seems like we will start by getting the Eurasian lynx. Maybe we can see if we can find any here. Eurasian lynx. We actually can, and using our conservation points that we have gotten, we can actually get a pretty good male. There is also... I think we're gonna take this one. She's ever so slightly younger, and her immunity is slightly worse, but we'll just have to keep an eye on her. But the other one had like no fertility. And for this, we kind of want to make sure that our animals do have fertility. Now then, let's put down the barriers and we will see how... Not too much here, apparently, because it seems like we can't actually put down any donation boxes there. But something like this, not too much. Actually, this is way too little. What am I doing? This is way too small. But we'll put down a habitat gate just to make it sort of official. With our blue path, of course. So right like that. There we go. And how big is this enclosure, actually? It's 850. Well, it was definitely bigger than I thought, but still not quite what we are looking for here. But you can actually just move these. Like this. And then we suddenly have a way bigger enclosure. Like so. How big is it now? 1124. So I think that's enough. But if you do, if you guys like this video and just in general animals and nature like me, then be sure to check out my other videos and maybe even drop a like button if you liked the video. And of course, this series will be going all through Christmas. Every weekend, 2 episodes. And I hope to see you then. So, bye-bye.